Good evening, families, friends, and faculty. My name is Mackenzie and it is truly an honor to stand before all of you today. Now, before anything else, I just want to take a moment to say this to the class of 2026. Seniors, I'm really proud of you. Not just for what we've accomplished, but for who we've been to each other. Because when I think about our class, what stands out most isn't just the events or achievements, but the way we showed up for each other. And over time, I think we built something really special here. Something that made this place feel a little bit more like home. And maybe that's why moments like this feel so strange. Because we're not just leaving a school, we're leaving a community. And when I think about that, I'm reminded of this. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. And somewhere along the way, He created us, the class of 2026, for such a time as this. Today is not only a day to celebrate, but it is also a day for us to look back over our time here at Chicago Christian. And when we look back, we don't just see time. We see seasons, we see growth, we see who we were and who we've become. Before standing here today, I wrestled with the idea of being ready. I think I can speak for many of us when I say that question, are you ready, has followed us throughout this entire season of life. And honestly, when I asked myself that question, my answer was simple. I don't know. Not because I wasn't excited for what's ahead, but because it's hard to imagine leaving a community like this behind. But as I reflected, I realized something important. None of us got here alone. For me, that realization goes all the way back to preschool. It was during our end of the year preschool program. Now, believe it or not, I used to be pretty shy. And I was terrified. I was so terrified that day that I refused to walk on stage and down the aisle. But one of my teachers, Miss Sharon, reassured me, wiped my tears, picked me up, and carried me down the aisle as I waved at my shocked parents. Looking back, I think about how differently that moment could have ended. She could have called my parents to come get me or simply had me sit out. But instead, she walked with me. She quite literally carried me. And I think in a lot of ways, that's what this community has done for all of us. There were moments when we couldn't walk on our own, and someone stepped in beside us. When I think about Miss Sharon's actions, I also think about Mr. Burnham, who taught us how to slow down, be silent, and reflect. I think about Mr. Humphreys, who somehow turned Bible class into a rap concert every Freestyle Friday, reminding us that joy, authenticity, and loving God's people well can all exist in the same room. I think about all of our teachers who stayed after class to listen, the coaches who pushed us further than we thought we could go, the directors who believed in us before we believed in ourselves, and the mentors who kept reminding us that who we are matters just as much as what we achieve. So before we go any further, I want to say thank you to our teachers who carried a deep hope for us even when we couldn't see it in ourselves, to our parents and families for every sacrifice, every prayer, every ride, and every moment of support that helped shape us into who we are today. Seniors, we went from being the ones trying to find our place to becoming people who helped create it. This was evident from freshman year all the way to senior year. You could see it during Spirit Week when we were competitive, very competitive, but more than that, we were unified. You could see it during senior sunrise, standing there half awake, wrapped in blankets, ending with worship together. And for a moment, everything slowed down. No pressure, no expectations, just presence. And I think moments like that reminded us of what mattered most, being connected to one another. And now, seniors, we are stepping into something new. And if I'm being honest, that can feel overwhelming because there are no more set schedules, no more guaranteed community like this. But maybe stepping into something new is proof that we were always growing towards it, because we were never meant to stay here forever. Jeremiah 29 verse 11 tells us this, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you a hope and a future." A hope and a future. A hope. So, class of 2026, as we step into this next chapter, even if we do not feel fully ready, I want to reassure you and say this: we are ready. And now, I want to leave you with one last deep hope. My deep hope is that we never lose the heart of community we built here. That you would not shrink back when life was uncertain, but step forward knowing you have been prepared for this, for such a time as this. And that you would never forget that the same God who carried us through these past few years is already ahead of what comes next. The world does not just need successful people. It needs people who know how to care deeply, love others well, and bring people together. And I truly believe that the class of 2026 will be a part of the change our broken world so desperately needs. So go do that, seniors. Go change the world. Be caretakers of creation, leaders of character, seekers of knowledge, pursuers of justice, and followers of Christ, because we were placed here together for such a time as this. Thank you, and congratulations to the class of 2026.